Buenos dias, muchachos. Today is March 26, 2020. It is Thursday today, and I have a lesson today for you where we're going to learn about numbers, okay? Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying my videos. Please keep watching them and trying to practice at home, okay? All right, let's get right to it. Objectives. Today, students will be able to say the numbers 1 through 100 in Spanish. And I do have a game for you. You are going to be able to play today a game called to practice the numbers, and it's on this website called Rockalingua. I'm going to show it to you in just a bit, all right? Okay, so you're due now. I want you to try to order a soda, okay? Don't forget to say please and thank you. So I'm going to let you get your materials if you need them, and I want you to try and order a soda for me right now, okay? All right, go ahead. Pausing point. Okay. In Spanish, you can just say soda. You can just say soda. Soda is just how you can say soda in Spanish. People know what you're saying. Kind of like cola for Coca-Cola. If you say soda, people will know what you're saying. So if you wanted to try and order a soda, something you could have said, all right, or at least you could have come close to it, is una soda, por favor. Okay. So or you could have said soda, por favor. That would have been soda, please. All right. And then the waiter would bring over the soda. And what do you say when somebody brings you something? They give you something. How do you say thank you? Gracias. Okay? Gracias. So you receive your item, you get your soda, you say gracias. And what would the waiter say back to you or the waitress? De nada. Very good. Okay. So the key here is please is gracias and thank you de nada. All right. There was por nada as well. We talked about that one yesterday. But the ones I want you to remember are de nada for thank you and gracias for please. Okay. All right. So directions. You're going to watch this lesson first. Then I'm going to show you how you can play the game on Rockalingua. It's a website that I've been using all 3 trimesters, and it's really good. And then I want you to watch the additional YouTube video that I have. This way, you have a different way to learn the numbers. This video is actually a video where you're going to hear a lady from Spain, so her accent is very different than mine, and you're gonna notice that when you watch the video. Okay. And then, as always, I have the practice sheets if you guys want to do those. Okay. I've been getting some emails about turning them in and everything. Again, these LPD practice sheets are optional. Okay. I do encourage everybody to be doing them. It's going to help you in the long run. Don't just put it away. Trust me. You want to keep doing them. Okay. Just because I'm not collecting them. But if you are doing them, it's going to help you. And if you're watching the videos, if you're practicing along, it's really hard to practice when I'm not there, and we can practice live, but um, keep doing what you're doing, all right? Keep it up. Here we go. Let's start with the lesson. So, today's lesson is counting in Spanish. Now, I'm going to leave this up for about 5 seconds. All right. That way you have a point in the video where you can pause it and just look at the numbers by themselves. So I'm just going to leave it for 5 seconds. Okay. All right. As we go through the lesson, remember you have the ability to pause the video, rewind it, go forward. So when we do the activities, you can always just go back and look at the numbers. Okay. Here we go. Counting in Spanish. In this lesson, you will learn to count to 100. You will also learn how to find out the price of something. Okay? So here we have our numbers. Now I'm going to go through the numbers one by one. I'm going to say them slow and I want you to repeat after me. Yes, I'm going to go through them one by one. All right, so ready? Just repeat after me. We're going to start with uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, 9, 10. Very good. All right, let's do another 10. Ready? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These get a little tricky, so bear with me. Ready? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, right here, when you see the little V, I don't know if anybody ever taught you, but I used to teach elementary school. And what I used to tell my students is that when you do a little V, what you want to do is you want to put your front teeth, all right, put them on top of your bottom lip. Try that right now. Put your front teeth on top of your bottom lip. And now say V. You want to try to make that little noise. V, V, V. All right? So let's keep going. Ready? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Very good. Let's keep going. Ready? Something that I want you to notice, and for those of you that speak Spanish, this is something that you might not have noticed before. I want you to notice that here, these numbers are kind of like our tens and ones, right? What they did here was they took 20 and they tied it together with whatever number comes after. All right, so notice how it's one word. For example, take a look at 21. They have the word 20 and then uno put together, right? So you would figure it would continue and be consistent, but notice what happens when you get to the 30s. They actually split it up, and what you're saying is 30 and 1, 30 and 2. This Y by itself means and in Spanish. So you're going to notice, and for my Spanish speakers, I don't know if you ever noticed this when writing numbers. It's something that is part of the language. I don't have an answer as to why this is, but it does happen. You're gonna notice that the numbers 16 through 29 are gonna be one word, and then the numbers 31 on are gonna be separated by the Y. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. We have 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Very good. These other ones are going to go by tens. So we're just going to do these last ones. If I'm going too fast, you can always go back and practice again, okay? Ready? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and this one right here, if you ever have the number 100 by itself, this is how you're going to say it. Ready? 100, 100. And if you ever have the number 100 with another number, like let's say 101 or 102, you say ciento and then the other number. So let's say, for example, you have 101, you would say ciento uno. 105 would be ciento cinco. Okay? The 100 by itself, 100. All right. So see if you can practice these one more time. All right. The video does go over them, so you can practice along with the video. Okay. Here we go. Activity number 1 says count from 10 to 100 by tens, then do it backwards. We're only going to do it forwards. I want you to try to do it backwards by yourself. All right. So let's go back to these and we'll do it by tens. Ready? Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Very good. Something that I kind of forgot to mention when you guys are practicing this, all right? These are new words. Spanish is might be new to you, so you got to remember to relax. You got to have confidence in your speaking, okay? And you want to make sure that you're pronouncing these words as best as you can, okay? What I mean by that is if you're mumbling or if you're trying to speak in a soft voice, you're going to have a hard time enunciating these words. So, for example, this one right here, cuatro, all right? Let's say that I'm a little shy. I'm not really sure if I'm saying these words right. It might sound a little weird. It's okay. Like, for example, you might be saying cuatro, something like that. It's okay. All right? You got to have confidence in yourself. Keep building that background knowledge, keep building that stamina, and you're going to see that you're going to be saying it a little bit better and closer to what I sound like and what the videos will sound like, okay? So don't stress about that stuff. Just try your best, all right? Enunciate. You want to, instead of saying cuatro like that, you want to say cuatro, all right? Like pronounce it as best as you can. You got this. All right. Now it says, say the following numbers in Spanish. So I already wrote these down on another piece of paper, so I'm going to go back up and we're going to practice them, okay? You can pause and write them down if you want. You can try by yourself first, and then you can hear me say them, all right? So go ahead and write these down on a piece of paper. Practice saying these numbers, okay? If you need to go back to where I paused it, go ahead and do that. And then we'll come back, all right? Okay. Hopefully you had a little bit of practice doing those, okay? Now, if you're not sure what you sounded like, here we go. Ready? The first one was 32. This one is 32. Ready? 32. The next one was 46. Where's 46 at? Oh, well, 46 would be 40 y 6. Okay? 40 y 6. The next one was 51. So 51 would be 50 y 1. 51. All right? 67. 61. Oh, wait, 67. My bad, kids. 67. 67. 77 would be 77. 77. 84. 84 would be 84. 84. We have 96. 96 would be 96. 96. And then the last one. I know the last one is 23, but I'm going to give you a challenge. Ready? What is 107? 107. Go. Okay, that should have been 107. 107. Very good. Okay. Let's see what else we have for today. All right. It says, say the following numbers: your area code, the number you dial for an emergency, your zip code, and the number of your house of apartment. For the number of your house and apartment, I would rather you do your street number if you don't have a house or apartment number. Just do your street number, or this one you can make your own. But just I want you to practice the numbers, okay? So go ahead and try these first, and then I'll go over the first three. Okay? Pausing point. Okay. So the area code. Area code is 603 for New Hampshire. So the area code would have been 6. Oh, they don't have a 0 here. All right, I'll go over the 0 in a minute. 6. The way you say 0 in Spanish. Ready? Cero. It's spelled Z-E-R-O. All right, 0. But you say cero. All right, cero. Let me double check that actually, because it might be cero. Okay, so in Spanish, had a feeling. In Spanish, zero is spelled the same way except it's with the C. Okay, and cero is how you say zero. Cero. Okay, so if you were trying to do your area code, it would be seis cero tres. Okay. Now, what number do you dial for an emergency? 911, right? So let's say 911. 911. Just a little tip for you. If you were out in the real world, this is something you're not going to get in the textbook. If you were out in the real world, Spanish communities and in Spanish, we do dial 911 here in the United States. But the way that we say, like, let's say it was an emergency and you were asking, or somebody was asking you to dial 911, right, in Spanish, you wouldn't hear them say dial 911. What you would actually hear them say is dial 911. Okay? So in English, we say, yes, dial 911. Okay? But in Spanish, the way you would say it is dial nueve, okay? Once. We don't say dial 911. We'll just say 911. Okay? And it's still 911. But just so you know, if trying to I'm trying to give you guys some real world applications here so that if you ever, hopefully not, but if you ever hear somebody say 911 in Spanish, then they're probably talking about 911. Okay? All right. So we did these three. We did the 911. And what's the zip code? The Pelham zip code would be cero. All right. Go ahead and do it now. Now that you know it's cero. So go ahead. All right, ready? Cero, tres, cero, siete, seis. 03076. Cero, tres, cero, siete, seis. Okay? All right. Next one. We're not going to do this game because I'm going to have another game for you to play on the computer. All right? And this did not work. All right, 1 second. I apologize. Don't know why that happened, but here we go. Okay. Hey, there we are. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So we are on the second part of the lesson. It says finding out the price. To find out or give the price of something, you say, let's go through the conversation, okay? This one is what I want you to do with somebody today. All right. Somebody over Google Meets or somebody at home. So when you want to ask how much something is, you're going to say, ¿Cuánto es? How much is? All right. Notice how the second word es, is the equivalence of the word is in Spanish. You're going to see it a lot. So I'm just showing you now, okay? Cuánto means how much. And what you're really saying is how much is, okay? Cuánto es whatever you want to know. And then please, right? Por favor. So let's say this guy was ordering a lemonade. ¿Cuánto es una limonada, por favor? All right. And then the guy just says how much it is. 10 pesos. We're going to talk about money in a minute. And pesos is the currency that is used in a lot of Latin American countries. Now, just because they're pesos doesn't mean they're all the same. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. All right. Now, ¿cuánto es? How much is? Por favor, please. And then however the amount is and pesos, okay? For this next activity, it says work with a partner, make believe you're buying something, hold it up and get the price in pesos. So what I want you to do instead is I want you to go around your house. I want you to find, let's see, this is 9 items. Let's just break it down to 5. I want you to find 5 items in your house, Okay, I want you to grab that item, and I want you to either say to yourself or ask somebody else, ¿Cuánto es? Okay, and then I want you to try to come up with what the price would be. So, for example, I'm sitting here in my computer, and next to my computer is a pencil. It's a really cool Batman pencil. So I grab the pencil and I say, ¿Cuánto es the pencil? Now I'm gonna assume this pencil is like $1. All right. Now we're not using dollars, we're using pesos. So I'm gonna say un peso, all right? Or dos pesos, or 30 pesos. That'd be a lot, right? But that's what I want you to do. Find 5 items around your house. Ask yourself, ¿Cuánto es? Or ask someone else, ¿Cuánto es? And then let the other person, or you can answer yourself, say how much it is. All right? And say pesos, not dollars. Okay? You can pause it here and try these if you want as well. All right? But what I really want to get to before we finish this video is talking about the monetary systems or the currency. Now, as you know, let's see. Let's just read what the book says. It says, when you travel, you're going to use different currencies. Spain uses the euro, the currency of all countries of the European Union. So yes, Spain is the only country, Spanish-speaking country, that uses the euro. Why? Because they're in Europe and they're part of the European Union. Okay, so what their money looks like, I want to show it to you really quickly, is like this. All right. Now, this is what it's going to look like in other countries that use the euro too. But what you can notice is that, for example, this is 2 euros, and it'll look like this in any European Union country that you go to. Okay, but if you look at the back, it does say Spain on the back. All right, so even though they're all the same, it'll be unique to the country in the back. All right. And these are just some pictures of what the euros look like. They're colorful. The bills are a little smaller because I remember I've been able to use them before. You might have too. They're a little smaller. They're colorful, and this is what they look like. All right. Now it says in many Latin American countries such as Mexico, the currency is the peso. Okay. And again, these pesos are very different from one another. I'm going to show you an example. All right. Now, Venezuela, they specifically use something called the Bolivar. It is named in honor of the Latin American hero Simon Bolivar. And this guy Bolivar, just so you guys know, was like our George Washington, except he was the George Washington for many, many Latin American countries, not just one. For us Colombians, we're right next to Venezuela, and he's super important to us as well. He was just born in Venezuela, so they get all the credit or whatever. In Guatemala, the currency is named after the beautiful national bird El Quetzal. And El Quetzal, I need to look this up for you guys because this bird is super cool. It only you only find it in Guatemala. And when you guys do your project, you're gonna find a lot of interesting things about your country, and this is something that's really cool and unique. And notice how in Guatemala they use the quetzal. All right, this is their money, and I believe that this bird is only found in Guatemala, and it's really pretty. It's got a really long tail. And it says in some countries such as Panama and Ecuador, the monetary unit is the US dollar. So, yes, there are actually 3 countries, Panama, Ecuador, and Puerto Rico, that use the US dollar. All right. So, if you go there, you can use the US dollar. One thing that I learned from the project is that Panama, they have their old currencies called the Balboa, and I don't know if they still use it or not, but they definitely use the US dollar now. I'm going to show you different pictures because these are a little blurry, okay? But this one says count the money here. We're not going to do that, okay? I want to talk about the money really quickly and then we'll end the video, okay? So I showed you the quetzal. I wanted to show you I wanted to talk about the pesos. So depending on what country you're from, the pesos are going to be a little bit different. And what I mean by that is, if you, let's say you go to Mexico, If you go to Mexico, they're going to use pesos, but the amount of pesos that they use is going to be a little bit different. Okay. Um, let's say that you have $5 with you. Okay. When you get an exchange rate, you're going to get some Mexican pesos. But the Mexican pesos you're going to get are going to look something like this. They're going to be like in the hundreds. All right. You're going to get, look, 20 pesos, 100 pesos. Okay. 200 pesos, 50 pesos. What's unique is that, let's say you go to Colombia now. In Colombia, you're going to get different kinds of pesos. Not only are they going to look different, but the amount that we use in Colombia, instead of using hundreds, we use thousands. So take a look at this example. This is money from Colombia. Now, if you notice, instead of using cien, right, they say you can see something called mil, M-I-L. Mil means thousand. We use pesos in the thousands. Our coins are in the hundreds, and our money, our bills, are in the thousands. It doesn't mean that it's a lot of pesos. Okay? We're going to talk about currency exchange when we get to the project and later on in the chapters. But I just wanted you to see that just because they're pesos, they're different. One last thing that I'm going to show you is I was able to take my wife to Colombia last year. And when we went to the store and we looked at the receipt, which I'm going to show you now, I want you to look at it and you tell me what you think. This is the receipt from something I bought at the mall in Colombia. Now I want you to see the money that we used. Take a look. This is how much it cost, 119,700 pesos. And then my change, I gave him 120,000. So my change was 300 pesos, right? Now, yes, it looks like the dollar sign, but it's not dollars, all right? Um, in the thousands. We were using money in the thousands, pesos. 120,000 pesos is really not that much money. It looks like a lot, but it's not. So it was just something cool I could share with you that I wanted to show you. Okay. Now, last but not least, I'm going to show you the other things I would like you to do. You have a video that I would like you to watch. This video goes over the numbers, and I've already assigned it to the Google Classroom. So when you get a chance, just go over the numbers one more time, practice it. You're gonna hear this lady. She's gonna talk about the numbers, and she has a Spanish accent from Spain. So you're gonna hear it a little different. So I think that's cool. So go ahead and watch this video as well. It's not that long. All right. Um, and you have this worksheet if you would like to practice. Okay. Last but not least, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun when you do the when you play the games. So I've attached a link to Rockalingua. After you watch the video today, the lesson video, I want you to go to Rockalingua. I want you to enjoy your day. So go to Rockalingua. All right, you're gonna click on the menu, and you can play the games that are here. Now, the one I want you to play today is if you go here to the numbers. Most of these games are free, and the one about the numbers is the one that I want you to play. All right, it's los números 1 a 50, numbers 1 through 50. You just click on it. All right, it's got some cool music. You can do like little memory games, races, dragon match. I think you'll like it. All right, so play this game today. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me via email. All right. Also, last thing, I know it's last minute, but if you have money from other Spanish speaking countries and you would like to share, send me a picture, all right? Take a picture of it and send it to me through email. If you happen to send some in, I'll see if other people send it in, and then tomorrow I can do a little post so you guys can see money from other countries, okay? All right. So enjoy your day, all right? Play the games and practice your Spanish, all right? Hasta luego, muchachos, que tengan buen día. Chao.